day, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video is a plausible answer to a nagging question I have had ever since I learned about monsters, giants, and dragons through the scripture. My question has always been, why are they so pissed off at mankind? Why we can't just get along? I can see why y'all is pissed, but what gives with them? Well, I may have part of the physical answer to this inquiry. See, it all came together as I was warming up my morning tea. I was thinking about the book of Daniel and other scriptures dealing with the Assyrian. According to Uncle Daniel and supporting scriptures, we have gleaned all those in the netherworld are not on the same team. Yet, they converge on us puny humans at the same time. 3 different waves, but roughly at the same time. With breakfast, lunch, dinner, and complete destruction on their minds. You guys see my conundrum? I mean, if the Assyrian is going to take 3 kings out right off the bat, which apparently gets the minds right of the other 7 kings aligned with the strange beast, this can only mean they were not united as one in their attack on the puny humans to begin with. Not only that, Uncle Daniel tells us the other 3 beasts, which the angel later confirmed were 3 kingdoms, were allowed to keep their kingdom, with no power though, but keep their kingdom after the strange beast has been killed. Notice I said the strange beast and not the Assyrian. Well, it appears, wait, I'm way off the subject. I will do a video on this if you would like. But I said all of that to ask, why would so many different factions of creatures come up at the same time? And by the context of the scripture, they came to stay and inhabit the top of the earth again. Well, let me give you a silly yet plausible explanation for this to happen. I will start with the basics and work my way up. According to Explain That Stuff under microwave oven, quote, microwave ovens are so quick and efficient because they channel heat energy directly to the molecules, tiny particles, inside food. Microwave heat food like the sun heats your face by radiation. A microwave is much like the electromagnetic waves that zap through the air from TV and radio transmitters. Let me say that again. A microwave is much like the electromagnetic waves that zap through the air from TV and radio transmitters. It's an invisible up and down pattern of electricity and magnetism that races through the air at the speed of light. While radio waves can be very long indeed, some measure tens of kilometers or miles between one wave crest and the next, they can also be tiny. Microwaves are efficiently the shortest radio waves. Example, remember the HARP video? When we discovered the evildoers now have the ability to x-ray the entire earth using what? Electromagnetic waves? Yeah, they said it was for finding mineral deposits, oil and such, but you know my mind. I immediately thought of Uncle Amos 9:2-3 in the Septuagint. Quote, though they hide, what? That's past tense. Though they hide themselves in hell, thence shall my hand drag them forth. And though they go up to heaven, thence I will bring them down. If they hide themselves in the top of caramel, thence will I search them out and take them. And if they shall go down from my presence into the depths of the sea, there will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Example. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Don't let anyone tell you mankind has only been to this level or that level in the earth. The scriptures tell us differently. I believe the evildoers are looking for their fallen angel buddies. The Bible and Enoch say are located in the desert, sea, and the netherworld. Remember, Yah said the earth has different levels and foundations, and harp is a means to locate them. But the reason I brought this up is because everybody knows about the microwave from above, but very few continue to research and realize not only are they frying the ionosphere to control the weather, etc., but as we have discovered, to do so, they pump billions of electromagnetic waves per unit in the ground as well. The HARP system works on the same principle as a microwave oven. And as we have discovered, they have something even better than HARP. Oh yeah, did you see who was coming to dinner at the bottom of the ocean? The serpent / fire-breathing Leviathan. Yep, that's right. Okay, let's move on to the next layer. Global warming. What? Yep. Remember the video where I went over what happens to heated water when you heat it up under pressure? Wait, that's right. Most of you guys are slipping on that video. Well, in the video, I explain my reasoning for saying global warming is not from an outside source, but rather internal. Let me explain. According to thekitchen.com, under what is a pressure cooker? How does a pressure cooker work? Quote, a pressure cooker is a sealed pot with a valve that controls the steam pressure inside. As the pot heats up, the liquid inside forms steam, which raises the pressure in the pot. This high pressure steam has two major effects. One, raises the boiling point of the water in the pot. Let me say that again. It raises the boiling point of the water in the pot. When cooking sometimes something wet, like a stew or steamed vegetables, the heat of your cooking is limited to the boiling point of water, which is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. But with the steam's pressure, now the boiling point can get as high as 250 degrees Fahrenheit. This higher heat helps the food to cook faster. Number two, raises the pressure, forcing liquid into the food. Let me say that again. Raising the pressure, forcing liquid into the food. The high pressure also helps force liquid and moisture into the food quickly, which helps it cook faster and also helps certain foods, like tough meat, get very tender very quickly. The extra high heat of the pressure cooker also promotes caramelization and browning in a surprising way. We're not used to food caramelizing when it is cooking in liquid, but the flavor created in a pressure cooker can be really deep and complex, unlike regular steamed food. Example. In the video, I went over the total number of oil rigs and fracking stations on the earth alone, and how they use high-powered pressure to extract what's needed from the earth. Not to mention the increased construction all the way up to nuclear and atom bomb testing in the earth. Now surely we all have seen how the molten lava comes up out of the earth in the sea, right? And we all have seen the white animals that live near the superheated water vents that pump water back into the oceans, right? Well, just these two factors alone would be a good probable cause for a temperature rise of the fire. Thus, water temperature to increase. Now take this into account. According to The Guardian, under Earth may be Earth may have underground oceans 3 times that on surface. June 2014. Quote, after decades of searching, scientists have discovered that a vast reservoir of water, enough to fill the Earth's ocean 3 times over, may be trapped hundreds of miles beneath the surface. The water is locked up in a mineral called ringwoodite, Ringwoodite, about 660 kilometers, which is 400 miles, beneath the crust of the Earth, researchers say. Geophysicist Steve Jacobson from Northwestern University in the U.S. co-authored the study, published in the journal Science, and said the discovery suggests Earth's water may have come from within, driven to the surface by geological activity, rather than being deposited by icy comets hitting the forming planet as held by the prevailing theories. Personal quote, I think we are finally seeing evidence for a whole Earth water cycle, which may help explain the vast amount of liquid water on the surface of our habitable planet. Scientists have been looking for this missing deep water for decades. Example, isn't this how the Bible say the earth was made and watered the plants? I think the Bible calls the vast water haven the deep. If this is true, and we know that it is, and the amount of electromagnetic waves HAARP alone is putting out, it is very plausible, mind you, we are cooking them under the earth. Yep, they should be stewing in their own monster, dragon, and giant juices from the inside out. What? What does the ocean story have to do with anything? Well, you didn't let me finish. According to Discover magazine, under Can Radio Waves Really Make Water Burn? Say it again. Can radio waves really make water burn? Yes, but it won't cure cancer or solve our energy problems. Quote, no, John Kanzius of Erie, Pennsylvania, hasn't discovered the solution to the energy crisis. All the same, the story of a backyard scientist whose radio frequency, RF, generator seemed to ignite, 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 salt water has set amateur scientists all abuzz. Inspired by his own bout of leukemia to try to find a better cancer treatment, retired broadcasting station owner Kanzus guessed that as an alternative to chemotherapy, he could inject tumors with metal ions, then use radio waves to heat the metal and destroy cancerous cells. He obtained an RF generator and, at a visitor's suggestion, tried to use the energy in a radio waves to desalinate water. When Kanzus placed salt water in the path of the waves, however, the water broke apart into oxygen and hydrogen, a flammable gas. Example, could this be why there is so much talk about fire in the prophecies? If there is more salt water under the earth than on top of the earth, under extreme pressure, mind you, and HAARP, or something better, pumping out microwaves by the billions per unit, I'm sure this is extremely uncomfortable for anything that is anywhere near that water or an open area. Could the holes in Siberia be vents to relieve the pressure? Again, it was just a wild theory, but the physics of it is plausible. Thank you for looking at this video, and y'all as will look for the next. Oh wait, you do know electromagnetic waves are basically responsible for us seeing a rainbow? Don't you? I'm not going to get off that subject. I think that's it. I think that's it, the everlasting covenant. But thank you for looking at this video. I can't tell you what's next, but I already got something in mind. It's already written, but I don't know. So have a good night.